All right, and we are here, finally, casting once again. Sino has been doing a wonderful job of casting the rest of SSL playoffs so far. Most recently casting back-to-back upsets between Kusho and NLG. Kusho moving on to play, I believe, Zimpeak in the second round, while Radiant topples CC to move on to play La Linea. Now, it is mandated in my contract by Nas to say, shout out the O. Nas, that's a payment you owe me now. So as you see, we have 5.2 versus CSTWY X. 5.2 will be starting on the attack on every map so far in regulation. Now, CSTWY X, they started off very, very rocky at the beginning of this game. The season, they originally were, I believe, 0-3, but they clawed their way back, showing that maintaining that same roster can pay dividends when you are in a position where, you know, chemistry will prevail. Now, they do have a couple of new additions. They have Omni and they have Kizerk from the last time that I saw them play. Kizerk was dropped from CC. And Omni, I don't remember what team Omni was on, but he is a player that is known to play with players such as Comb TTV a lot. And it looks like we're just going to see a default backside solar
10 seconds left before
kind of a denial with this Mira. You're going to have the feed holes that are not made, so Mira has to do a lot of work here. A lot of rotates are going to have to be made, but Citizen was not helping with that super shorty. Nothing is made in sight. If this is spotted out from the side of 5.2, which is a very, very reliable team, their IGL is going to be stretched. They do have Foreign, they have Nike Boy, they have Zoli, they have Scatter. A lot of players that have been in this scene for a very long time, and exactly what we're going to see. We're going to see the late setup going to cost 2 first picks. There's going to be Citizen and Truly dead, just now getting traded out by Zoli. iProne is in a very difficult position. That is both of the shotguns down from the defenders. They're not going to be able to make rotates unless this Aruni is willing to sacrifice her life here. And now Omni, just getting a little bit too aggressive, is going to be taken out. And it's going to be Nike Boy trying to get the shot. He's going to decide to hack the cameras. He's going to actually, I lied, he's actually going to call. They have the intel on iProne. It's going to be a 1v4, and he's going to be taken down. A very dominant performance. The bright spot was that trade out. And you have to wonder, that round took less than a minute and a half. It's going to be an issue if CSTWY is unable to get these setups done in time. And you see the bans, they're allowing the K to remain on the board, so that is the most powerful gun in the game, and very meta-defining in the past couple of seasons, as we have seen. If someone's willing to take that on the board, we might just be in for a quicker setup and with some wall denial, which was not ran at all last round. Didn't seem
attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Like 5.2 even gave CSTWY a chance to even get into positions that they're supposed to be playing. As you see Citizen, he's going to try and help out a little bit more with this setup. And it's just, you gotta swap off the Ela. I get it, you're worried about the shields. Shields are very prevalent in today's meta. But maybe run a Soulless. Something that you can run a shotgun on. A mute, if you're worried about cams. Instead, you have one player reinforcing like 8 walls here in Truly.
5 seconds to insertion.
Interestingly enough, you bring the shield, act like you're playing in bar for the smoke.
Attacker's objective
This
is to locate a bomb and
is
defuse
gonna
it.
be the best setup. They just last round, it was just Zoli that ran up these exact stairs that you're holding. You have no way to, no intel deny it besides the audio cues. And look at this, we're gonna see Zoli. He's gonna be like, he's gonna try and apply the same sort of pressure. There's going to be Omni playing down here in 45. He is going to be the key player here. If he is able to take out anyone, he will not be able to, as the drone work from stretch is going to be able to do it. But he's going to be traded out by Truly. This is back-to-back rounds where we see Zoli with the first pick, but at the exact same time, they get a trade. And Citizen Probably should have fought back to site here, as that is going to be Kiz falling. And now they have solar pressure. It's all up to the Severuni to hold this angle. Will he be able to land his shots? It does not look like it, as the quick trigger finger comes with the lack of recoil control. You see the push-pull mentality here from the side of 5.2. From the top-down point of view, we see that they're going for a solo take. You have Scatter below, watching for the C4s. Born looking to pop any pieces of util that he can. Nike Boy goes down, but you still have two players all the way in library. Warren's just gonna have a free. This is a free pickup. Warren's in piano. He's gonna get a kill. He's gonna get a second. Will he be able to find a third with the same clip? He will be taken down by Truly. And now a 1v3 for Truly. Gonna be able to find Stretch. He does not know about Scatter, but it's just gonna be the call from the Dokkaebi to take him out. Sometimes in that situation, you are unable to just sit here and pick up the phone. Died to it a couple times in ranked, couple of league matches. You're in that 1vx situation. You have to focus on getting the trades. But if that call goes off and the plant's down, there's not much you can do besides try and eat the damage and hope that you have just enough to survive. Now the match chat has been much more tame than yesterday's matchup between Radiant and CC.
Attackers need to locate.
I don't think any of the players have a keyboard where they are able to type in the match chat, as you do see the bar defense here with the Mira still on the board, but you're down 2-0. You need to find a way to win this fast. Bring something back. Make it a little bit more edible when you swap sides. If you go down 4-2 and you had defense first, it's a mental shocking experience. It's a war to try and bring back a 4-2 split. Mentally and physically, you have to deal with players being frustrated. You have to deal with any potential issues that you're facing. Your IGL has to try and figure out what went wrong and adjust for the next potential 2 maps if you try and take this down. Now, this is CSTWY's last team remaining in this playoff. LG, or Redemption, as many people still know them as. Left BH joined CSTWYs, and CC has joined CSTWYs as well. Both teams being upset in the first round. Might see a first pick here. Gonna be super amount of damage on the Truly. He is about 1 shot from any of the guns on the side of 5.2. Now, I believe I have the 5.2 old logo, as it was when they were in BH. They recently rejoined FvR. Bit of a struggle there with that Rotero drone from Foreign, unable to connect that RCXD onto the shield, trying to just dodge this mag, and he's going to be able to connect. That is going to be the shield gone. Breach being open, C4 Rift. That's way too early, Truly. And now he's going to be fragged. He is going to have all this pressure around as just the world collapses on him, and they give up top within a minute, and he's going to be taken out by Stretch. Stretch gonna connect to the second. Great connection. He's gonna connect to the third. Kiz, sit the fuck down. And now it's all left up to the smoke. 1v5, an impossible situation to win once again. And it's gonna be Foreign that cuts down the library stairs, able to take him out. You have to try and pull out the cheese strats. Quit relying on anti-shield play like we're seeing with the Ella, the Valk. Very great op to bring, but you're putting those cameras on spots where, if they're in that hallway already, you already have a player there to tell you. You need to bring a castle on this map if it's not banned out. Putting a castle on the 45 gives you so much more wiggle room when you are on the defensive side. You're able to play that 45. You're able to rotate between dining and bar. You're able to just have a little bit of an extra position that the attackers aren't able to see unless they use utility. going back to bar. After a dominant showing from 5.2, only 4 deaths, and 2 of them from Zoli when he's been traded out after getting the first pick. Viking, I'm sorry you got hit with ads. I turned them down as low as I could for this.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Castle's that you need if you're defending bar. Castle is a very powerful operator on this map, especially the one here on 45. It allows you to play this hallway, rotate around, and you saw kids trying to rotate. He was taken out by a stretch. You can put a castle here, deny a little bit of that quick entry point, and allows you to have a little bit more security on this backside. You can castle off windows, you can castle off any pressure points, you can castle off this window here. Make them burn utility all around this map so that you're unable to get a foothold.
10 seconds.
If you even wanted to. I mean, I don't really agree with this reinforcement. I think those reinforcements should be in this position here. Because you're just getting shot from the window if you're sitting in this corner. And it looks like Kiz is going to be trying and play bitch corner or email. 5.2. Sorry, Stretch. I'll look away. 5.2 rightly identifying the fact that they don't really know how to defend. They are just trying to rush in. And they're trying to rely on gun skill, but 5.2 is a team with tons of that. They know about the player in bitch corner now. It's gonna be actually Zoli taken out first. He just tries walking in this site. As you see Scatter on this upside down rappel, he is trying to hold this cut, and he's going to rotate and try and identify. Omni is going to get stunned out by Foreign, and Foreign's going to be able to take down that shield relatively easily. Util still in the pocket of Foreign. He is able to open up. That shield did go down with the first explosive, I'm sorry. And Omni pre-firing the wrong side of the breach as top control is taken again within a minute and a half. Now Citizen trying to get aggressive, only player that's going to jump in, but he is spotted by the camera. Prone with the SMG-11. World against him. He is going to have to try and do something to displace. Throw a smoke, use it as cover. He's turned in the wrong direction. You have to cut off his vision from stretch as they decide to start shooting down through the floor. You have Foreign working the vert above you, and he's going to be the one to take you down as Scatter finds the last pick on the Citizen. And once again, dominance from the side of 5.2. They look like a league of their own versus Castaway X. Now, if we have been streaming for just over 15 minutes, we've already gone through ban phase. We've gone through 4 rounds. And there has not been a hope for the side of Castaway.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Reinforce the wall!
We're gonna see the exact.
Let me have a steady capullo!
That's not mine going out.
We've seen the exact same setup time and time again. We see the exact same operators, the exact same positions, no swap up.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Maybe this is a side of lack of preparation as they again
10
reinforce some
seconds to insertion.
iffy walls, in my opinion.
That's not mine.
5 seconds to insertion.
Citizen once again leaving the position.
Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
Swapping back.
It looks like it's gonna be truly holding top Mez all alone, but now that mirror is left unattended as he has to reprogram and open these rotates into sight that Citizen did not. He's expecting the same entry point from the side of Zoli. Zoli is going to open the window, pull a little bit of attention. And does he know about Citizen here? He does. He's going for that quick peek. He is going to force Citizen to run back up. But in that same sentence, it's known, they know that he's playing on the staircase. They know that they opened the mirror already. That's going to be 2 picks instantly. 5v3 within a minute. Maybe it's just going to be a very attacker-sided setup here. But I don't think that's going to be a thing that's going to happen as Omniway loses 50 damage. 50 health, I'm sorry. And he's going to try and take down Zoli. Zoli's running away, panicking a little bit as now Omni's in the shit situation. And he's able to take down 1. And he's going to be traded out instantly. The Kiz, however, was able to take down 1. He is all alone in Master Bathroom. He hears the Dokubi walking up. Solar is able to connect. He is shooting just over, trying to go for that wallbang. Plant going down in an off-site position. And he's going to take down Scatter. 1v3. Is it winnable enough for him? Stretch going to swing out, and he's going to take down Kiz to survive. Take the 5-0 advantage. People aren't even getting a chance to join the stream with how dominant 5.2 has been here. Now you guys can see the next maps. You are aware that they are just a tad bit different. As it looks like I'll be setting up the graphic for the next map relatively quicker than I thought was going to happen. Now, with NLG and CC losing in the first round, it is not an argument much to be made that Zemvik is heavy favorites to take
Defenders,
this
protect your
SSL
bombs from being
league
defused by
as
attackers.
he plays so. And his team won Champions League, securing OPM, their first league title last season versus CC.
Laser in position.
Bomb located by attackers.
Castaway X looks like they're showing those same struggles that we saw earlier in the group stages,
10 seconds left before insertion.
as they were almost
5
eliminated,
seconds
but survived, clinched their playoff berth
left.
after
Attackers
a
are moving to defuse the
5v4
bomb.
win versus Linnea, which at points looked to be a desperation
Reloading.
push.
Specchio sensor on.
Reloading.
So it looks like Kiz is going to be trying to beat the entry denial, and he's just going to be taken out right away. Great coordination there from the side of 5.2, using that 5v2 in 30 seconds. What can you do if you are Castaway X, as Zoli is walking through everybody? It's all left up to iProne, trying to get it. Scatter trying to hit that headshot, swap to the pistol, getting a little bit kill hungry, but it will be Scatter picking up the final kill through those head holes that are being made but not utilized. 6-0 in the favor of 5.2. This has been the most dominant game that we have seen this playoff series so far. Not many people may have saw it going this way. They were heavy favorites. We have the timeout, but there's not much you can do. Nas, you told me I'm part of the O, and gotta hit a shot. gotta hit a shout out sometimes for you. OPM Kids left in a couple of 1vx's, only walking away with 2 kills, and they're both in 1 round. Now, on the side of 5.2, you're not discussing much here in this timeout besides just good vibes. You're not losing. CSTWY X, a lot of work. Starting on the defender side, good to get that first advantage if you're able to, but if you lose that first split, it is a rocky road to try and recover. Fortunately, a couple of players on the side of Castaways having much trouble finding the scoreboard. We do see 1 donut, we see 1 breadstick. They're just counting up at this point. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you see the snake band out. Deny those easy intel ops. Make them work for the intel. Ban the Dokkaebi next if you want to just make them fully drone. It's an op that a lot of D2 teams utilize. SMG-12, it's a crutch gun. You see the shield come out. It worked for OPM Radiant yesterday. Didn't count how many times they brought the shield, but I heard during the cast close to 30. And it looks like we're going to see some kind of vert play come out from Kids that may have looks like they thought it was going to be an upstairs hold as they bring the Habana, which interesting choice when you already have the ace on the board. Yes, you can get impact tricked, but what can you do?
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Gretch on the shotgun. The shotgun that's, to me at least, it feels very inconsistent when I use it. But it feels like whenever I get shot by it, it does about 1,000 more damage, and it works out for me.
Device activated.
Gretch is just drone hunting, trying to play duck hunt with these cameras. He runs upstairs, and he's gonna be spotted out by the Monty. They know that they're setting up something upstairs, but he's just trying to set up these footholds.
5 seconds
Probably gonna
to go.
drop right down the basement after.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
Threat mine
You
active.
see Soli getting very aggressive here. He's going to be trying to find Kiz as Kiz hops on a cam right away to try and spot out this bomb peak. He heard that break, and he's going to try spot Zoli. Zoli's going to run up West Main very quickly and force the take of the entire map. Neither team has yet to bring the castle.
Reloading it.
And you have Nike playing below. You have with that shotgun in library. He has the shotgun. He has the automatic pistol. He is in a very well protected spot. They are going to have to go below to clear him out.
Deployed nitro.
Nike doesn't even identify the fact they're on his window. He just now goes to repeat.
Reloading mag.
And it's gonna be 2 for Zoli upstairs, and it's going to be Nike Boy channeling Kiz. Kiz is gonna walk away. It is a 2v2. Castaways has brought this round back. Now they have to deal with Stretch. You can give the intel to the player above. They have to deal with the DMR that can one-shot the Deimos.
Target acquired.
Is looking for this tuber out.
Loading mag.
And it looks like they're swapping to clear this vert, but that looks like it might just be a one-man job, or is Kiz just going to open the wall and play passive? Scatter just frees himself off, or is he gonna let him get the intel that he has dropped? If he gives him the intel, he's going to freeze in the sight, and Damos came down. And Stretch waiting to throw this C4 out, unable to connect. As now Stretch moves behind this table, no cameras in the position to find the Damos. The Stretch doesn't even look for the Damos. Is he spotted out by that camera? I think he was. I hope he was. Yeah, he is. Okay. So it is gonna be the kid to try and win this gunfight, but you have the shotgun in the hand of iPhone. And it's gonna be Kizzer picking up 3 kills that round. I had to do the quick math there to see how many he collected. And the real question is, whoever wins this map will go on to play. Let me look at the schedule really quickly. The person that wins this game will move on to play Yardigans. Yardigans coming off a 2nd place in the Black Hole League, losing to Saints.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
They're gonna run back the same site. Maybe they didn't mean to bring the
Attackers have
full
located a
shotgun, as
bomb.
you see him swap off onto that
Throwing a
Valkyrie.
deadlock.
You have the Dokkaebi down. They can't hack your cameras. It gives you a lot more intel than that pulse would have, especially with the pulse being on site. And it looks like Kiz gives his cam to Zol. After he got it through 4 players in sight, he jumps into the Monty Fest trying to go down to check basement. And you see the Monty brought
10
back
seconds
out.
left.
Citizen having a rough game, but he's bringing the utility that his team needs to try and
5
bring this
seconds
round,
to go.
this game back. He is the flank watch operator this round. Doesn't look like we're seeing a spawn peek this time. Zoli being the defensive entry, I guess, as he has been aggressive around this map, trying to deny as much space as he possibly can just by putting himself in these positions. Omni, Claymoring that, but Scatter, don't do it yet. Give it a minute. Now Scatter can jump out here, and if he does and freezes his Claymore correctly, he will be able to at least take out Omni. As Omni is taken down exactly as I predicted by Scatter. Scatter is going to be dreaded out by Kiz, holding the long angle as he's trying to hop on a camera. He spots out the feet of the Mozzie, and his turn will be taken out. That is, well, I believe, almost 7 cams taken down. Now Zoli trying to escape, but just runs the wrong direction. If he runs to the basement, he might be able to get away there. And from this top-down view, you see the double-ups from the side of Castaways. Much better positions here on the attacking half.
Loading new mag.
E4. I actually don't know how that only did like 1 damage to the Deimos.
Time to ring some ears. Tracker active.
Office wall will be open as Nike Boy is able to fall back, and he's actually just going to maintain his position here in piano. He has a crossfire here with Foreign. Deimos is trying to challenging with this pistol. Yes, you have the intel, but you don't have an intel on the other player. Now Kiz losing a lot of his health to this Valkyrie remaining in sight. Really finding one. Will they be able to take out Nike? And they will. It's a 4v1 Oliver stretch. The world's gonna collapse, and they don't have. They're trying to keep the vert on the wall, but they don't know. Stretch has ran all the way upstairs, and he is known by the Deimos as Deimos runs. Stretch, you can be passive. You have the vert now. As Stretch tries to get a free fire, as the fire pipes and the fire extinguishers go off all around him. Shotgun plane tucked. Truly getting just a tad bit aggressive here, trying to play his angles just right. Kiz holding the solar walk, playing off that breach. He'll be surely picking up, I believe, his second of the round. Maybe this is just a very attacker-sided chalet. Through 8 rounds, we have seen 7 attack wins. Actually, 8 attack wins. No team has won in defense yet. It is usually a game where the defenders are going to win more than the attackers. But maybe this change of pace in this meta and playing just a tad bit more aggressive or a little bit more passive if you're a defender is going to cost them. Because as we saw from the attacks of 5.2. Then again, we saw the same strat ran multiple times from Castaways. Setups not being done correctly because they didn't run enough shotguns. Could be an issue with the lineup, could be just this may not be their starting 5.
Have located a bomb.
But when that happens, it costs the team rounds, and we see this common Inari. Actually, I learned it from Richie, not sure where everyone else learns it from, but it denies these jump-ins. If you wanted to, you could even move this one just a little bit further back and put it here to make it just that much more difficult to
5
hit.
seconds remaining.
And it looks like we're going to see a
Attackers
solar
are
take
moving
here,
to defuse a bomb.
as all 5 or 4 spawn solar side, and you have that Nomad going to be playing that cut window. Going to repel on that big window, maybe shooting it just a tad early. Because you have to worry of your runouts. You're going to Nomad your French, you're going to Nomad your trophy door, maybe even Nomad your main door. As Omni electing not to hop on that repel right away, instead holding this west main cut in case of any roamers. As you can see, you have Zoli, you have Stretch trying to work a play. And now Nike, D4 ripped. He is aware of the bonnet. They are okay. So let me explain this strat. They're gonna go for a rush flank. This wall is not reinforced, however, so it is wall bangable. They were going to try and open this wall. They're going to try and plant tucked in this corner and have someone below play those C4s as you lose out on the west main player that is trying to go for that backstab to the first in the bathroom.
Reloading!
You just see Sully wasting so much time down here alongside Stretch. It's causing Kiz so many headaches. As he's just tucked. And Kiz is trying to fight everyone down here. But even then, the Stretch has the stab. Thorn is able to take out another through the vert. And now it is up to Zoli 1v1 in this Monty. Launches him with that impact nade. There's now a 2v5 on match point. Omniwave trying to run up west main stairs. 2 of his teammates have died down here. And it looks like Scatter's gonna run out, pick up another. It's all left of the Omni, just below Solar, just around the split corner. And now you have Scatter walking up, just losing that gunfight. And now it's up to Corn. He is trying to secure his triple kill. He's gonna be taken out. Omni has to ace to win this round, but he gets to go against a full health Stretch with his Kibas in his pocket. He has to go against Nike, boarding a very tight pixel here. Using this utility, or boxies, these boxes. Flash not going to hit anything. The Nari trip goes off. Flash is going to connect. trying to bait out the swing, brings him down to 1 HP, and he's going to be finished off by Nike Boy. As we see 5.2 secure the first map, 7-2. Instantly back in map 2. The very common bans from the defenders. You see that Hibana and Ace, very necessary, but you also see just bans that counteracting those. If you leave that mirror up, basement, almost impossible to attack if set up correctly. Now, we're gonna go up top. We see the Echo, probably gonna be lurking all the way in basement, playing gold, trying to deny that plant late round. But with the pacing that we've seen from 5.2 today, might be impossible. Hasn't been a single
Defenders,
late
protect your
round
bombs from being
execute
defused by attackers.
from the side of 5.2.
Place device.
Looks like we're seeing
Device activated.
potentially a sense play.
Wall secure.
One piece for a idea that the sense might do. It's going to cut off this line of sight. If it goes here, it's going to cut this line of sight from these players trying to push into square.
10 seconds left
And then you can just
before
lob
insertion.
them in and cut off everything else. Stretch is
5
going to
seconds
swap
to
off
insertion.
onto the snake Dokkaebi. I lied. Sorry, chat.
Shiba deployed.
As Truly has yet to throw down a single Echo Camp.
Charge.
Throws one down now. You just gotta throw them all down right away, then move them later, get into your position so the attackers cannot take you off your position out of spite. As Dolly's gonna be first pick.
Can take care of this.
Just where did he get first
I'm
pick from?
reloading.
Is he on the rappel? Oh, he was just in square. Trying to get an off angle here onto this Azami player there, trying to throw below. It's gonna be Kiz. I think the most experienced top player on the side of Castaway. He knows when he has to give, and it's going to be Omni picking up one. 5v3 in the favor of the defenders. So there's only one attack defending round one so far, as gives up, and he's going to try and aggro right back. He has 3 Kivas in pocket. He might be able to play this position if possible. He has Citizen holding his footholds and the jump, and he looks away at the wrong time.
Got him. Reload working its magic.
Interesting choice of the Echo Cam in that position. Omni's going to be taken down. They're just starting to throw bodies. They're throwing Echo Cams. You only have one left. You have to save that for late round. You need to use that for your plant denial. Scatter playing these repels very carefully, trying to find a pick and bring this back into an even man count. Like Citizen's gonna try and get aggressive here. He shoots that shotgun, unable to connect with anything. Scatter's in the sight. Scatter just walking the site. It's all up the Citizen. Now he's gonna take down Stretch. Now it is all up to 4-on-4 in a 1v2 against an Echo and a Smoke. One smoke vape in the hand. 0 Echoes. I think there's one Echo Cam left, and he's going to hop on it now. He's gonna try and spot out the player. It's gonna be Foreign picking up another kill. Looks, I was about to say we're about to see the Echo Cam used properly, as all he has to do is keep walking around. He's gonna find the 1v2. They just threw. Why are you still in your Echo Cam? He's right around. You let your teammates play that intelligence, and you just need to sit back. That is the experience biting them. Now, per request of Zoli, we are going to add a couple of deaths to these Stretch's stats. So I'm not exactly sure what he went last game. I say we just give him an extra like 5 deaths.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Now, going back to the same site, will truly learn from his mistake. Will he decide to play that more passive position? Maybe play in the elevator.
Bomb located
You have
by
it.
attackers.
No one played in it last round. They might not expect it, but you need to be hiding yourself. If Cam spots you out, they know what is going to be coming.
Device placed.
Laser gate in position.
And again, Omni, don't sit next to your teammate. Reinforce. You need to reinforce the other wall.
Razor wire up.
10 seconds to go.
Place device.
Floor secured.
5 seconds
No
to
head
go.
holes have been made yet. It's gonna cause an issue if they decide to go for this rush.
Attackers are
Citizen
moving to
just
defuse a bomb.
mindlessly forgetting about them, and they're just not making them at all, apparently. What are we doing?
Running.
Omni playing below, potentially for a C4, potentially to go for this flank here and try and get a kill on these repel flares. And he's running out now. Will he be able to find any of them? He whiffs all of his shots.
Loading new mag.
That's why you can't talk in the match chat. Now, Omni, I warned you what would happen if you would whiff. I told you we'd be spectating. Omni in a position here to get an excellent flank onto Zoli. If Zoli is left unaware, but that laser might be an issue. Omni, you have a C4. you have time, you can actually be a very efficient player here if you would throw that, if you just have discipline on that trigger. If you had discipline, you would have gotten to potentially 3 picks. It's a gamble. You may have gotten 0, but you need to be able to try and take down as much as you can.
Take-off countdown on.
As Kiz is able to find 1, as Kiz is traded out by Foreign. Foreign was the player who won the clutch last round. He gets stunned by the Echo Cam. And as I said, Truly's going to be playing in this elevator last time.
Go on, bus ready.
Cam's going to go off, do a lot of damage to Citizen, and he's going to run right into the crosses of Zoli, and Zoli's going to run through and pick up the kill. And now it is a 1v3 on site. As Truly is able to pick up 1, Foreign calls out the position. Iprone is known, he's going to be taken out from Zoli in long desk. 1v2 for Truly. We watched Foreign win this last round. Will it be able to happen again? He's able to take down 1. He's against the stretcher, full HP, and he's going to take it. 2 1vx's, 1 back to back. Just late round collapses from both teams here. You don't have to play kills, you can go for the plant. Yes, that's an echo. 1 player watches for cams, 1 player sits and waits. Canadian, I do not like that text that I just read from you. Now it looks like we're in for a much closer battle as both teams are clawing back and forth for that advantage here. 1 map 2.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Let's get
It looks like we're just seeing a default play here. Default extension. Truly is going to set up these walls, try and deny this plan. I wouldn't recommend these footholds. Just leave this soft. Putting these footholds here leaves the defenders at a weird position if they have to play further back.
10 seconds to go.
As now Truly, well, Truly was doing it on Chalet too.
5 seconds to insertion.
Constant setups. And they don't even get the hatches.
Attackers
As
objective
Kiz
to
is
locate
just
a
now
bomb
running
and
his
defuse
way
it.
over, and he's not even going to get them. He's trying to set up inside of stock instead. All hatches are soft besides lobby.
A bomb has been located.
I don't really understand what they're going for here. The setup is very, very interesting. Yeah, you can't set up this late into the round. Zoli's going to find a first pick. Well, the Citizen, that is your Goyo down, the most powerful gun in the game. And now Kiz his position is going to be known. It's going to be a pinch onto Kiz.
Reloading.
Zoli just drops into sight. He's going to find a third. You have Omni on the blue stairs. Does he know about Nike? You've been playing comp for a while. There's no excuse for blue stairs to be ignored like that.
Thrown up.
As this allows Omni to reposition and watch this hatch drop, but they don't even need to auto recharge this. They could have just brought the bailiff over. As it looks like the execute is about to go down.
One ready.
Stretch, you gotta throw these at some point. Plant down. B3, Stretch is lagging just a tad bit. Let's swap off his POV and Foreign holding the server cut. Doing massive amounts of damage there. 1 to Omni, a one shot as Stretch holding the cut above. And this going to be Foreign trying to pick up his 6th kill here onto this Warden. He is a one-shot, and Scatter knows that Scatter might try and drop with his pistol. Instead, he's going to hit the wall bang onto the toes with the silenced PRB 72. Again, just back and forth rounds. One player walking in sight, dropping the hatch. No one calming anything, it looked like. Then at the same point, Nike just walks in. Doesn't even look or drone the blue steps. Omni's been there the entire round. I don't understand how you overlook one of the most common power positions when you are attacking the basement site.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Now we see a very heavy shotgun lineup. ECSG, double shotguns, Bashi. Anything you can to deny this play that happened last round. Omni's making rotates with the Bashi. Not too sure about that mentality. Yes, it's useful to help your team, but it's not the most efficient way. You have 3 shotguns down there with you. Let them be the ones that do it.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Make sure you reinforce hatches this time, guys. And even now, they have kissed.
10 seconds remaining.
They're trying to fake sites. Sites known.
5 seconds left before insertion. Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
I don't agree with this being reinforced. Yes, you deny a player sitting here and holding your cut onto these stairs, but then, like, if you want to reinforce anything in this hallway, these walls would be more important. They hold this entire hall.
Shields up.
Zoli is going to go up instantly. They have a camp somewhere on Omni, and Omni's going to find one. He's going to be taken down. That Citizen finds one on to Scatter.
Reloading.
4v3, pretty early.
Packing their cap.
Citizen trying to hold elevator. And it's gonna be Zoli winning that gunfight, looking away at almost the most imperfect time. They do have iPrint sitting up here with the SMG-12, and he is gonna have to fall back. Two quiz? Interesting choice of utility. You have, I guess you have more denial from the smoke, but smoke's denial, it kind of rotates back and forth between where it needs to go. Now Kiz taking more damage, and Foreign unable to connect with their shots onto Truly. Now Ipron going for the flank as a Warden onto Nike. Nike has yet to find a kill here. Not been his strongest performance this series. Stuck in the crossfire of 2 defenders with 1 lurking behind.
Total canister deployed.
And it looks like it's going to be the lurk that actually finds his kill. I almost thought we saw a legendary play there from Kiz where he actually froze everything from above. But Kiz going to get the trade 1 to Nike. 2-2. If he rounds, maybe this aggression from Zoli. He's finding the picks, but he's dropping way too fast without a team. When you're dropping without the teammates, you put yourself in a position to cost your team rounds.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
yes,
as
he
many
has
bombs
looked
as
like
they
the most
can.
impactful player on the side of 5.2 in map 2. But that impact has cost his team 2 rounds as he's just dropping and walking alone every
Bomb
round.
located by attackers.
Reloading. Wall secured. Device activated.
We see the Grim and the zombie band out. Now, the Grim was used heavily from foreign, especially when clearing this position with the zombie barricades.
5
Now-
seconds left.
Device set.
Attackers are heading out.
Echo cam in an interesting place when usually you want to try and hide it somewhere on the ground at first.
Do it better.
Yes, they do have Omni sitting below an elevator trying to get a cut onto a player sitting inside of lobby potentially. As Foreign's gonna find the first pick onto Omni as we were just talking about. And I think Foreign might not even need to use his damage track here. He knows that the smoke is gonna be playing inside a janitor. He knows he just walked back in. I think he's just trying to buy his time as Kiz falls. And now Smoke is gonna be the unlucky recipient of a pinch on the side of 5.2, and he loses just about 30 HP, and he's gonna be taken down by Scatter on the windows. Great use of that blitz there, forcing them to fall back into an off position that is being held by your teammates. Scatter gets great flick there. And now it's iProne with everything on the board as Zoli is able to try and change my mind about his aggression being an issue for 5.2. Now 5.2 trying to take this 4-2 advantage, put themselves in the driver's seat. Mikey boy, yet
Attackers
to
need to
find the
locate and
scoreboard
defuse
today,
as many bombs
or
as
well,
they
this
can.
map at least. As we see that shield come back out, and we're going to open area here. Trying to go to a tertiary site, maybe swap up the
Attackers
attack.
have discovered the location of a bomb.
5.2 spots it instantly, and you see Citizen on the castle. Castle trying to just lock down this area in this room a little bit, but if you reinforce it off, kids, that castle's useless.
Ten seconds left before insertion.
It looks like a lot of the setups that we are seeing from the side of Castaways kind of look like
Attackers are moving.
variations
to defuse the
of
bomb.
EML strats.
All set. Bench deployed.
Like they look like they're piecing things together, kind of trying to
That's not mine
take
going out.
things from three strats that are meant to be on different sites.
Not seeing anything here.
It seems 5.2 is aware of the position of this castles. Oh, looked like Scatter was about to get taken out, but now Zoli walks up. He is gonna be alerted by the proc alarm. Castle's gonna try and take this gunfight. There's so much needs to wait for a team, but he's able to find one. There's still a smoke upstairs. Taken down.
Changing bags.
Omni going to try and retake this position with 4 members of 5.2 upstairs.
Loading new mag.
Death bar tracker out. Nothing to read. Threat detected.
5.2 has so much time to set up time for this execute here.
Swapping mags.
As each time that Castaways is able to find a pick when they are a man down, they're instantly just traded out. As now Omni is left in a 1v3. Stretch is going to take the gunfight, and Scatter was just back behind to back him up if needed. A 4-2 split in the side of 5.2. They swap to the defensive site. We do have the 2-minute timeout on the split. Nas, if you're hearing this, we need to have a long discussion after this game. I'm getting text from Vixel telling me you sent him my way. Don't do that. Now, 5.2, discussing ways to make this defense work as last time they struggled at first. And if they struggle again, it could very easily be a 4-4 split. And if it's 4-4, that pressure that has not hit 5.2 this entire game suddenly begins to weigh on their shoulders. Now, timeout just at the end of its existence, and Nike Boy went that split without hitting the scoreboard. It's going to be something that needs to be changed here, moving into this defensive half. He needs to play more of a passive role if he's not feeling confident in his aim currently. Go basement, put him on the Tachanka, put him on the smoke. Do anything you can to put him in one of those positions where he doesn't have to be one of those flicky players. You're going to see the exact same first 2 bands. It's going to be Hibana Ace, Mira K. There's not going to be a change up in those 2 bands. The real question is, does 5.2 anything up their sleeve that teams haven't seen as they leave Ace on the board? Potentially putting in danger that long wall if they decide to go upstairs. But instead, they're going to go for a very heavy utility denial. As the Echo and the Maestro are brought out. Maestro, back when he was first released and he had that ACOG, the veterans of the game understand how powerful he was playing that garage spot, as many clips were hit by hot and cold. He had the clutch against, I think it was FaZe, and a couple of long angle shots that we now see from players with DMRs and TCSGs. into server from
Attackers
garage.
need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Does not look like anyone is going to hide themselves. They're going to challenge the drone war.
Floor reinforcements ongoing.
And we're just going to see, it looks like a straight bunker here, or if they have a roamer, he's going to have to play his death.
Look at my evil eye.
As you see, these holes that were not made by CSTWY in the last half allow for the smoke to sit just back behind these,
10 seconds
I guess,
left.
the shelf here. And you can lob the smoke and land them onto the default land, especially if you're turtling with the Monty. That looks like what we're going to see here.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Worrying about grenades now. Deploying
It looks like his might go for alert here. If he has a chance, he might go for a late lurk into garage, as it looks like Citizen and Truly are gonna go for this dirt push. Smoke used to buy time for Scatter to put down that barbed wire, allowing Zoli to reposition into a more aggressive position to counteract the shield play.
Reloading, cover me!
As Nike gets first pick from where? He got first picked from Kiz. Kiz was here. Where is the dead bot? He was playing back by elevator. He got aggressive and tried to swing on. That echo cam. That we see that stretch is on. And displace Samanti. And slow down this push and buy his teammates time to fall back. It looks like Skyder's going to decide to play his life instead of falling back, but he just falls back just a little bit later. And he's going to walk away unpunished for that. And the way these cams are placed, these Meister cams are going to be the things that are going to pop these Goyos.
One height.
As Scatter's going to be taken out by Ifron. Ifron has a chance to go to walk down these stairs, but he's going to decide to play more up with his team, rely on those Nomads to do their job and stop the flank. As we're going to see, looks like a turtle plane here. Just getting a lot of damage off of these Meister cannons. They don't have any way to stop this plant. Warren focused on the kills. He didn't focus on actually popping the Goyos. Judgment there from Foreign are just a little bit too kill hungry for his team's own good, as now they can play the hatches and play the denial as Stretch tries to go for a retake, as Meister's going to be taken down, as now Stretch is all alone in the 1v4. 18 seconds left, he has to be down in sight by 10 to even get an attempt off, and it does not look like he's going to go for it. He's going to get by the time, stayed out his KD just a tad bit, to try and give his teammates a little bit more time to communicate about what just happened. Stretch, I'm not counting those kills in your stats. That was a very effective and direct attack, and didn't really have to go for a roam clear, as 5.2 elected to remain on site. Now let's be nice to Blix. Blix is cool.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Nike, as good of a player as he is individually, has unfortunately been, I'd argue, the player costing his teammates the rounds here. Looks like we're going to see a very default setup here. Instead, we're going to see the Clash spread out instead of potentially, like, I don't know, smoke,
My magnets were swapping mags.
mute maybe.
Ten seconds to go.
Swapping mags!
5 seconds.
As
to
they
insertion.
were able to hide this Clash long enough, they are unable to swap off the Monty now. The Clash is going to have
Attackers
an
are
immense
moving out to locate a
amount
bomb
of
and
value
Gotta
if
reload.
left up.
Adding some protection from grenades. Throwing shield. We are protected.
Let's do this, you tossers.
And from the side of Castaways, it looks like we're going to see a lobby take here. Truly is going to hop on this rappel, open this long wall, and is going to leave Stretch in a position where he is stuck in this elevator the entire time.
Watch over us.
Don't think he has a way out. No, he brought a shield. Stretch has to identify this. He has to move away if he has the opportunity.
Let's proceed slowly.
Orin with the kill that might just be the X factor here in this round. Not letting that long wall get open allows Stretch to have a much safer position here within these walls. As Foreign's able to find his second. He's gonna look for his third as he's gonna take his down to about a one-shot.
Reload.
Omni is trying to take this one with Zoli. Zoli's been red hot today with his guns, and he's gonna get taken down. Great shot there from Omni. And then Kiss is able to take down Foreign. That is almost all the guns dead, as now Stretch is able to find one. 2 counters to this shield left on the board.
Keep our barrier up.
That's too far to connect. But it's going to be kids getting taken down, and they're just going to get aggressive here. Going to this Monty. Not how you play 1vx's versus Monty. Play together. Do not let the Monty be able to isolate the one.
Reload!
Better pick up your shield. You counteract them.
I'm changing back!
Scatter, your shield's right there. It's not even gone. If they lose this round falls on the shoulders of Scatter. Citizen has no idea where Search went, and he has to pick up the case that was dropped all the way in the beginning of this round. And this is going to be a round win from 5.2 that should not have been a round. I don't think 5.2 should have been able pull that away, especially with those mental errors. Scatter leaving that Clash shield behind in a 1v3 versus Monty. It was EMP'd, it wasn't destroyed. Why weren't you picking it up? As far as the eye can see, Nike Boy, yet to hit the scoreboard yet, has given his team 3 assists, has been running the Goyos on the defense half, especially when
Attackers need to
playing
locate
in
and
basement.
defuse bombs.
However, on upstairs, he brought the Azami, got way too aggressive onto that Monty, and brought it to a 1v1 in a position that just should not have been left that close.
Beacon set up and ready to blow.
And what Stretch is doing here, with all of these holes that he is making, they have the Vigil. So all Vigil has to do is sit somewhere. If he's upstairs, he has these angles from above. He can drop
10 seconds
hatches.
to go.
He can do whatever he wants. He can even sit in sight, activate his scanner off
5
and
seconds
on,
to go.
and it will trigger a panic clear from the side of Castaway.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
It looks like we're gonna see a one-man upstairs player, which against the Vigil, especially with the Snake, not an ideal strategy. As Nike once again taken down. Nike, you need to stop peeking. Play passive. That is what you need to do in this situation. You are not having a strong map.
Reload. Immediate area.
They forced Soli down, but Omni running in the wrong direction, not even holding the cut anymore. That had to be communicated. They had to know that the Vigil could only go towards square, but Omni walks towards main hall. Mental errors time and time again. Great drone player time-wise, but not great management of positions here. And that's gonna take down the ace. And now it's a 1v1, but Zoli's gonna win that. That's gonna be case down. And they do not have the hatch open. Zoli has almost, I'm gonna argue, single-handedly brought his team this round if he does not play this too aggressively and get himself killed. Oh, Zoli, you need to stop, please. Play smart, bring this to match point, series point, advance to the quarterfinals. As Castaways just look so isolated here in this position. You have no idea that Zoli is here. They spot him out with the cam. It might just be too late though.
Careful.
Zoli doing a great job wasting the time of these players. Gizzard is gonna hit the headshot onto his teammate. Nate not doing enough, bringing him down to 1 HP when he's already 5. And now his able to pick up the kill has to deal with the fires in the hands of this Tachanka now. Everything not going in the favor of
15
Castaway.
seconds to go. Attackers recover the diffuser.
Citizen
Attackers have
leaves.
dropped the bomb diffuser.
Taking a screenshot just in case we have to rehost. Interesting choice to leave the game right before match point. I'm gonna pause after bans, give them a chance to get their bans done. Leaving mid-playoff game, never a good sign. It's not match point. You're not even screenshot dodging at this point. As Foreign and Zoli and Stretch really fighting the 3vx every round. Scatter playing that support role. So I'm not going to flame Scatter as he's been bringing that clash. He's been playing the Maestro. He's been playing the Smoke, trying to just help out. But Nike, you've been on Goyo, you've been on Azami, you've been on these positions and these operators that give you the opportunity to get so many kills each round, and you have yet to find any success. now has the side of Castaways just given up all hope and are going to be left to fight this in the 4v5. They will have 30 seconds from this point. Before I start the timer again. As Citizen left, not a good look, as he is now down to 10 seconds to rejoin. As they are saying that he lagged out. Looks like we had a player rage quit. Shout outs to Citizen from Castaway X, rage quitting mid-playoff game. Chalking every bit of this team's mental, if it was not chalked from this game's
Attackers
already.
need to locate and defuse bombs.
Going to the tertiary site, as it has been back-to-back defensive round wins. One round
Bomb
very,
located
very
by
close.
attackers.
However, it's just not going to happen. I hate this building here from the caster's point of view, as I fly into it, think every round that I'm upstairs.
Reload.
10 seconds left before insertion.
That is 2 cams down, or 3 cams
5
down
seconds remaining.
from the side of Castaway, and they only have 8. That
Attackers
is
are
3
heading out to
you're
defuse a bomb.
almost lost. You've lost over a quarter of your truns in the prep phase. And now, because of that man advantage, you see a couple of players getting a little bit more aggressive that we were not seeing earlier. You see this one-way being made, cam being gone again, and now each player only has 1 cam in their pocket. That's all they have.
Going for a drive.
Boren still taking his time setting up site. Cam's being shot out. Omni just driving his Flores into the waiting arms of Scatter below. And Nike's kind of just sitting below, trying to avoid going 0-10. It's actually going to be Zoli taking out, losing a lot of health. But Fresh is there to almost get the refrag. He's able to take down Ivor, and that is going to be the damage going down. As now you see Truly trying to go for a wallbang here, and he's going to be taken out by Zoli, but he's going to be traded out by Foreign. Zoli, 15 kills so far. Looks like Omni's going to go try and retake that position. Foreign dropped. Omni has no idea that upstairs is clear outside of Nike Boy and Stretch, and Nike's going to find one. He will not be killless here today, as he will, at the minimum, be 1-9. You see, kill, and he's gonna actually get a second. He's gonna find his second kill. On the kids, bringing his score up to 2-9. This will be the final game of the CSTWY or in SSL playoffs of season 9.